Hello everyone, welcome to the NN Classroom. Today, I'd like to share with you a past paper question from 2019, Time Zone 2. Question number 3. A really typical question asking for mole calculation applied it in terms of the gas laws, right? Let's see. Asking, what is the volume of the gas? So we are now wanting to figure out the volume of a gas when the pressure on 100 cm cube of a gas is changed from 400 kilopascal down to 200 kilopascal under constant temperature. That means now the situation is we are now changing the pressure and see how this change in pressure affects the volume, right, of the same bunch of the gas, right? So basically first, students should have recognized this is going to be one of our gas laws, right? And this is the laws of what we call the Boyle's laws. Because the Boyle's laws is exactly the law that links the relationship between the pressure and the volume, right? Simply implies that pressure is inversely related with the volume. That means if you are going to increase the pressure, my volume will then be decreased. Or another way, if I decrease the pressure, my volume will be increased with the same extent, right? So with this concept bear this in mind, then supposedly the question now gets so simple. Because what we are now doing is changing from 400 to 200 in terms of the pressure, right? That means the pressure is now getting half, right? Makes sense? That means on the left side, my pressure is now getting half. So according to this logic, when you decrease, I increase. So that's why the volume supposedly should be 100, right? Now should be increased with the same kind of magnitude, right? So if you do half, I will do you double, right? So that's why this is what I mean by you decrease, I increase to the same magnitude. So that's why at the end, if you decrease by half, I will increase by a double. So that's why the answer for this question will go to C, right? Obviously, this is going to be applying the Boyle's law, but actually there's another way that we can apply to an equation. That's also pretty common. Is that when we apply the Boyle's law further, we know that the P times V is going to be a constant, right? So that means here we get a shortcut. The shortcut goes to P1 V1 equals to P2 V2, right? So in this case, still we can apply the same equation and then substitute all the numbers in, right? So that means the 1 means before the change. Before the change, we have the pressure going to be 400, right? And the volume is going to be 100. This will be equals to the pressure 2, which is the pressure after the change, right? 2 stands for anything afterwards, right? So afterwards, we have the pressure that is 200. And then my target is to find out the volume afterwards, right? Still, for this case, we can figure out that the V2 which is going to be 200, right? So that's how both of these approach, no matter into an equation format or in terms of the thinking mindset, that should be a little bit faster if the numbers are going to be really kind of easy numbers. So eventually the answer will still be C.